Hello everyone. Let us continue with our Java Selenium Module 2. Now we are going to look at function calling. In Java, we can call functions in two ways. The first is call by value and another is call by reference. So for now we are going to focus on call by value. Call by reference we will cover after we have covered classes and objects in Java. So what is call by value? When primitive data type is passed as an argument to function, it's call by value. So let us understand this particular concept with a program. I'll launch my Eclipse and write a program to understand this concept. So let me create a file, new class, and I'll call it call by value. And I'll check this option to generate a main method. Now let's go ahead and say int a equal to 10. And I'll say int b equal to 20. And also I will display the value of a and b. I'll say system dot out dot println. I will say a and then I will display the value of b. So we all know the output of this program, but still let me run it. Right click, run as, and we see the value 10 and 20 as expected, right? Now to understand the concept of call by value, let me create a method, static, I'll call it sum, static void sum. I will say int x comma int of y, open bracket, close bracket, and I'm going to display value of x here and y. So let me go and change this to x and this to y, and I will also display a message here stating that inside the method. So let me do that. I'll go here and say inside method, right? Now let me right click and run this program, and we all know the output. It is going to be a and b, still the value of a and b. Now for me to call this method, I have to write this statement here, sum, and then followed by two arguments a and b. So what is happening now is that at line number 13, it calls this function here with a value of a being assigned to x and b being assigned to y. Now if I run this program, right click, run as Java application. So you will see the value of 10, 20 coming from line number 10 and 11, and then value of x and y coming from line number 19 and 20. Now let me put one more statement here. I will say here I'll say before calling sum, right? And then let me display this value once again, and I'll call it after calling sum. After calling sum. So if I run this program, we all know the output. It will display value of a and b as 10, 20. It will display before calling sum. It will call sum. It will go here, right? And display value of x and y, and the control will come back here and display the values after calling sum. So right click and run as Java application, right? So it was before, inside, and after, right? Now let us make a change to understand the concept of call by value. Inside this, what I'm going to do, I'm saying x equals to x plus 10, and I'm saying y equal to y plus 20, right? Now let me take this example to my drawing board to understand it properly. So when I call this statement here, or when this particular statement is executed, what happens? Value of a is passed to x and value of b is passed to y, right? Now before we discuss this further, when this statement are executed, these two statements, what happens somewhere in the memory of Java, A is allocated a value in some memory which holds a value 10 and B holds a value in memory which is 20, right? Now, when this line is executed, it is like x equals to A and y equal to B, again y equal to B, and somewhere in the memory it is becoming x holding the value of 10 and y holding the value which is 20. Now this memory is different from this memory, right? Now after that, in this line or this statement, I say x equals to x plus 10. So this value becomes from 10 to 20, and this statement y equal to y plus 20 makes this as 40, right? And then after that, if I display x, it will be 20 and y is going to be 40. Now, when the control comes back here, it displays the value of A and B. So this value of A and B, which is stored in this memory location, having value 10 and 20 respectively. So it will display value of 10 and 20, right? So what I'm trying to explain here is that any change that I made here, it is not reflected in the original value of A and B. This concept is basically known as call by value in Java. So whenever we are passing primitive data type, A is primitive integer, B is primitive integer. So whenever a value is passed to a function, and if the value is primitive, then this concept is known as call by value. And in the case of call by value, if you make any change in the values within the method like sum here, it will not impact the original values, which is A and B. So this is how the concept of call by value works in Java. I hope this concept is clear to all of you. That's all in this video. I hope you enjoyed this session. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.